So this sort of profound difference, and it is to me very profound. Why can't we, when we're training as a student, have the same head on me as the teacher? Why can't I just train? Why do I have to prove anything? Why do I have to aim to get it right, and by doing so, I get it so badly wrong? Oh, I couldn't do anything with them people. And I was really trying. I kept adjusting, I kept doing things. And yet you go back home, I used to find I would go back home to my club, let's say a top sensei, Japanese or European, Western, it doesn't matter. But these top senseis would be teaching class. We would bow, quickly find a partner, train, and have all these struggles or all this pleasure that I was telling you about. So we've got ego, or we've got sadness, perhaps not sadness, but not as satisfied as we'd like to be. Or we'd get great joy because we'd be doing it. But a lot of the teachers I followed were doing much more flowing styles, because that seems to be in a lot wider acceptance in the world than the Iwama route that I finally chose. Is much more static, much more technical. Can be boring to some. I haven't found it so, but maybe boring to some because there's not constant flowing, aerobic, cardiovascular Aikido being performed. It's looking more about finer detail, as I was saying earlier about the hand and the thumb being, everything working together, everything working at the correct time, same time, unifying everything. It's more about flowing, keeping their partner going, you flowing until the end of the throw, and making it look beautiful and dynamic. But even with all this flow, and me being perhaps stiff-minded, thinking, oh, they're missing out so much on the technical, perhaps hindering my advancement, because being stubborn and wanting to criticise, even if in my mind, and yet going along, being good uke, running around, taking a ukemi, and then when throwing them, I have to copy the flowing style. I can't do my own, what I call my own style. So this is the message that I've tried to give you in this film. Is, do you have the same problems? Are you a teacher when you teach, and you teach with confidence because that's what the class expects, that's what the students expect, that's what is expected from a teacher? Not to say, oh dear, I don't know if I can do that, or I might struggle with you, I better pick somebody a little bit weaker and lighter because you look a bit strong and you might make me look bad. Yes, these things may have gone through your mind, and you may feel guilty now. I'm talking about it, about yes, I've done that, I've had to pick somebody I felt confident I could show it on, because they make me look bad and I might not be able to do it, and that means then I might not be able to keep teaching, or I might not be invited back if I choose somebody out of the audience of students that I don't know. They might not go where I want them to go. So yeah, because because I need to be invited back. I need to be liked. I better keep safe and sound. Play my cards, we'll say, the right way, the right hand. Yes, even though I'm big, I might be losing confidence in, oh, he's a big guy, or oh, she looks a bit too small, I might have to bend my knees too much. No, I better not choose her for this technique. But I can choose her for a flowing technique where I'm going to look beautiful and lovely. So even with this hat on, we can lack confidence. And one day, hopefully, if you all travel long enough in your Aikido, if you all think about these things, humble yourself, be honest with yourself, this cap will stay in the brand new condition that it is today, because you won't need it. You won't need to experience that. You'll be able to be happy with, what do they say, the skin that you're in. You know that you'll have problems from time to time because we're human beings. So my message to you is, try to be a teacher, even if you're not saying anything while training with other people. Not the teacher that teaches the class or teaches the seminar. You will have the confidence. You will go home and you will think about your class, whether it was good or bad, and you will perhaps try to polish yourself. That will be between you and you. If you've got a best friend, you might say to them, didn't have a great class last night, or you might say, oh, I had a really good class last night. And that reward will be more than just technical and you got it right. It will be because you had a warmth inside. You had a feeling of compassion, and you had a feeling of knowing that your senses and their senses became one, and you become more whole and complete,